Hello, my name is Brentwood Townend, and I'm making this video to apply for the new BFA program that is starting in Mumbai, India. I'm very excited to be a part of this and applying for this. And today I'm going to be showing you an adagio, a pirouette, and small jump exercise performed by myself, and then I will be talking about some of the teaching aesthetics that I would focus on within these combinations. So first up, we have the adagio. Take a look. Okay, so you just saw the adagio, which interestingly enough, adagio has always been the place that I've always had to work the hardest in. My extensions have always been something I've had to work on, and it's just something that I'm constantly striving to get better and push. However, in this adagio, and whenever I teach an adagio in general, while we do want to highlight the weaknesses and focus on them and allow them to become strengths that the dancer can use later on, I also want to focus on other semblances of the dancer that can really shine and come out. So for example, within this adagio, though my legs may not be 180 degrees and crazy amazing, I focus on the control element of it. So I'm focusing on that slow arabesque turn that's really controlled and making sure that it's nice and clean, and that when I finish it, I have a nice deep plie in the floor, really grounded and just really nice and solid where I'm at. So within my teaching, that's something that I address often, is that yes, we'll work on extensions, and yes, legs are important, but they're not everything. And so as a teacher, you have to be adaptable. As a dancer, you have to be adaptable. And that's something that I highlight a lot within my teaching. So next up, we have a pirouette combination, so take a look. Okay, so you just saw the pirouette combination, and this combination is a progression, which is interesting because as dancers, I feel that everything we do is a progression. We never hit point A and point B, and then that's it. There's always a point A, point B, point C, point D. So in this combination, you see that I turn from fifth, and I do a single on the right, and then a single on the left, and then a double, and then a double, and then a triple, and then a triple, etc. It could go on forever. But what's important within this is that the concepts that I enlist with in order to achieve a single are the same concepts that I enlist in order to achieve the triple. So I love progressive combinations, and I often tailor my combinations around that. Interestingly enough, I've always been a natural turner, especially on the right side, but I focused heavily on working on my weaker side, the left side, for a couple years, and that really allowed me to see the areas that I really needed to work on to help not just the left side, but also the right side just become tighter and more complete. For example, I noticed that the supporting side, the right side, when I was turning on the left, had to be like a drill, just drilling into the floor and really solid. And this supporting side, the back, had to be just super strong, and that would allow me to have a base with which I could just spiral around. And with that concept in mind, I was able to transport that to the right side, and the turns on the right that were already naturally good and talented were then able to elevate to a completely different place. So that's something that I really stress within my teaching, and that's why I love progressions in combinations, because they allow those things to come forward. So that's the pirouette, and up and coming we have the final combination, which is the small jump. Take a look. So, you just saw the small jump or the petit allegro, and this is actually a pretty simple combination, but it's taken to new heights by the addition of the batterie. So, there's very simple ideas like jeté, assemblé, steps that you learn as a beginner, and even a glissade. But by adding the batterie in there, it propels it from a beginner step to an advanced step. And again, as I talked about with the pirouette, that's what I love about progression, is that you have this idea, and then you're able to transport it to a new place and to a new advanced idea. And with the addition of the batterie, this combination looks a lot more complicated than it really is. I'm able to achieve the batterie by these great inner thigh exercises that I've worked on for many years. Just being in fourth position, nice deep plie, jumping and beating the legs together over and over and over again, working on petit battement at the bar, and just developing the inner thigh strength to be able to develop this batterie in a really successful way. This has allowed me to achieve steps such as entre-chassés, double cabrioles, stuff like that. That's really fun and really important for a male dancer to have. And as a male dancer, I think it's important for females as well, because you never know what you're going to have to do on stage. Many of the lead ballet dances have the female doing entre-chassés. So batterie is extremely important, and that's something that I really like to focus on in teaching. And that's going to do it for this video application for India. Thank you for your time and for your consideration, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.